All right. So, as you can see see from the title, Antonio Brown is now a suspect in a new rape allegation. Like this shit isn't new. God, Jesus. All right. So apparently, Antonio Brown met this girl in college, and he later hired her as a physical trainer, I guess, or a trainer. Um, and he raped her on three separate occasions over a 2 year span. And yeah, 2017 and 2018, he apparently sexually assaulted this girl. We are 4 months away from 2020. This is perfect timing. Um, so I'm gonna read some of this, and I'm gonna try to take it as seriously as I can. New England Patriots receiver Antonio Brown has been accused of raping his former trainer, according to the federal lawsuit filed Tuesday in the Southern District of Florida. Okay, so apparently he raped her twice. It started in 2017. Apparently it ended in 2018, but we're just now late 2019 filing something. Okay. The lawsuit says that Brown, in three separate incidents, two in June 2017 and another in May 2018, sexually assaulted a woman named Brittany Taylor, a gymnast whom he met while they were attending Central Michigan together, and whom he later hired as a trainer. Okay, so, um, mm, so a guy you met in college, all right, became a professional athlete. He hired you to be his trainer. In 2017, he decided that he wanted to sexually assault you. Hmm. But apparently that was okay. So you go back again, and he decided he wanted to sexually assault you again. Hmm. But that wasn't enough. You needed to make sure. So 2018, you go back again. All right. So now that's it. That's it. It's done. All right. Got it. Mr. Brown denies each and every allegation in the lawsuit, said a statement from Darren Heitner, I guess his name is, a lawyer representing Brown. How dare he? How dare he fucking deny any of this shit? This sounds so concrete as far as I'm reading. I mean, this is some captivating shit. Like, I mean, this is some just gritty, oh, some gritty nonfiction right here. I love it. According to the lawsuit, Brown sexually assaulted Taylor twice during training sessions in June 2017. All right, so let me ask this: if you are a trainer and somebody that you knew in college hired you to be a trainer, man or woman, I mean, doesn't matter, and they decided that they wanted to do some disgusting shit to you once, you go back again. I mean, the only way the only way that I can see somebody really willing to put themselves through something like this is if the money is so good you can't really turn it down. And even still, I think integrity has to kick in at some point. So let's keep reading. First, he exposed himself and kissed her without her permission. All right. I don't know how many people out there are have ever been in a situation where somebody exposed themselves to you, but once somebody pulls their pants down, I don't care if it's a man or woman. Once somebody pull their pants down and I want no parts of what's happening, I'm leaving. And he kissed her without her permission. Apparently, the lawsuit says later that month. Wait, what the? Oh, that was the first part. Without her permission, the lawsuit says. Later that month, the lawsuit says, while she was watching a television program at his home, Brown started masturbating behind her and ejaculated. Hold up. Okay, so. Alright, so the first incident was she was signed on as a trainer, and he did some disgusting shit like pull his pants down and then kissed her, which is technically sexual harassment. So, I guess not feeling that first attempt that Antonio Brown decided to put forth. You go to his home. I'm assuming nobody else is in the home. I'm assuming it's just you and him in there watching television. Listen, it's rational, reasonable, logical to believe that a guy who sexually made sexual advances towards you that you didn't see coming, but you didn't entertain the idea, I guess. It's totally normal to go to his house. I'm pretty sure you're alone, and watch TV with him and expect nothing to happen. Listen, it is totally reasonable to think that. All right. So Brown started masturbating behind her and ejaculated on her back. That is disgusting. Brown bragged about the incident in profane text messages that are copied in the lawsuit. Text messages. Couldn't even give her a goddamn phone call. Taylor ended her working relationship with Brown, the lawsuit says, but several months later, when he contacted her to apologize, she relented. I feel like an idiot right now. Hold on. Wow. She relented. Okay. She was, according to the lawsuit, swayed by his assurance that he would cease any sexual. Hold on. All right. So, serious now. All right. So apparently the guy exposed himself. He kissed her without her permission. The second time, he decided to pull his junk out, ejaculate on her back. Ejaculate on her back. And I guess she was pissed off, so she didn't give a fuck about all that. But I guess he convinced her that he wasn't going to do it anymore. Why is this happening now? And I'm not talking about him being signed by the pitch. I'm talking about, why did you wait? All right, first of all, why did you continuously see him after the first incident? Why, when a guy, I'm assuming you don't know too well, why when a guy do some disgusting things like jerk off on your back and all this other shit, and when he calls to apologize, you accept it? Why is that a thing? He not only apparently sexually harassed you once, he did it twice. Well, no. He sexually harassed you once. He literally sexually assaulted you the second time if he ejaculated on your back. Why would you go back a third time? Or why would you even entertain the idea of going back the third time? And then why would you wait till now? Alright, now I think we're going to get to the part where she explains this coming up pretty soon. Then the lawsuit says on May 20th, 2018, Brown forced her onto a bed, pushed her face into the mattress, and forcibly raped her. She tried to resist him, screaming and repeatedly shouting no and stop, the lawsuit says. But Brown refused and penetrated her. May 20th, 2018. What's today's date? Shit. I know it's in September. I don't know what the fuck the date is. September 11th? I believe it's 10th? It's the 10th. Sorry, I get my days mixed up. So September 10th is more than a year after this last incident where he, if the lawsuit is correct, he full on raped you. It's been a year. When did this whole Me Too thing start? I believe it's been going on for more than a year. Yeah, I believe it's been going on for more than a year. No. It's close to a year. I'm sorry, I don't really follow that Me Too bullshit. Yeah, it's about a year. So you mean to tell me while all this Me Too shit was going on, you just now decided to come out? Just now. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it a week after it happened, after you had some time to think about the atrocities this guy put you through. Now is the time to do it. Okay, that makes sense. Uh, Let's get to her explanation of why it took her so long. As a rape victim of Antonio Brown, deciding to speak out has been an incredibly difficult decision. What's difficult about going to the police station and saying this guy raped me? What is it? The embarrassment? What would embarrass you then that wouldn't embarrass you now? Why wait till now? Look, I understand that some people, these bad things happen to them. I understand that sometimes when a celebrity has its sights, has their sights on you, it's sometimes like, you don't have a choice, balance of power and shit like that. But with all the men that are getting just completely railed this past year, you mean to tell me it took you till after all this shit died down for you to finally decide to, you know what, I need to say something now? Taylor said in a statement released by her lawyer, I have found strength in my faith, my family, and from the accounts of other survivors of sexual assault. See, at this point, man, and this is going to really pain me to say this, but at this point, rape has become such a fucking joke, man. Such a goddamn joke. Such a joke. I can understand if coming out at a time where, people really weren't coming out and, you would probably be the only one. I can see how that would, and it's a celebrity, man, so, you'll probably be, I don't know, looked at a certain way that you don't want to be looked at, the way you don't want to be looked at. I don't know, like, I don't know. But it takes you a year, and this is during the time of the Me Too shit, where everybody is getting it. You just now come out and say something. And not only that, and I'm not really faulting her 100% for her timing of all this. It's the fact that he did it one time, you went back again. You went back. He did it again, you went back again. And then he had to literally beam it into your head by actually full on doing it. And it finally took you a year to realize maybe I should say something. This is ridiculous, man. Like, you went back. This doesn't make any fucking sense. And now you want to say something. All right, so let's finish with, what the thing says. All right, in the statement, Taylor said she would cooperate with the NFL in an investigation. It was not clear whether Taylor reported her accusations to the police. Brown, 31, one of the most productive. You know what? Before I even finish this, because, we got a little bit to go. I'm going to say this now. Antonio Brown is going to be investigated. And while he's being investigated, he's probably going to have to sit out until it's done. And it probably will take them like a year to do it. How convenient. Let's finish. Brown, 31, one of the most productive wide receivers in the NFL, became a Patriot on Monday after a series of conflicts prompted the Oakland Raiders to release him last week. The team could not immediately be reached for comment. Which team? The Raiders or the fucking Patriots? Because if I'm Bill Belichick, I'm looking at this shit like, are you serious? If I'm reading this, I'm like, are you serious? Now you want to say something. It's over a year. Antonio Brown got paid what? I'm not even going to try to guess when he got a contract. I believe he got a contract 2 years ago, last year. Bro, like, what is this about, man? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. The timing is unbelievable. Brown is a resident of South Florida where the lawsuit was filed. Unbelievable. Alright, so apparently Antonio Brown is a serial rapist, and it's time for him to be investigated. And while he's being investigated, it looks like his reign in New England is essentially over, because he probably won't be able to play until after the investigation. Um, See, I don't want to. I think it's extremely disrespectful just the idea of rape. As serious as it is, to assume that this is some kind of conspiracy, because it's just. I mean, the timing is unbelievable, but just the story makes no sense. You kept going back after he clearly showed you that he was that, and this is all speculation. I'm speaking in terms of if I believe it. He clearly showed you that he is a pervert, and you kept going back to him. And not only that, it took you a year after the last one to finally, well, over a year, to finally say, you know what, I should report him. So you've been sitting there for a year, most likely watching this guy on TV, watching highlights, hear people talk about him or whatever, and you never got it into your head, I should say something. And this is what's making it hard for people to for some people like myself to believe victims, because now it's like rape. As soon as somebody says the word rape, whoever is accused of rape is instantly guilty until they can exonerate themselves. Like, I have a cousin, man, and it pains me, and this really pisses me off, because I have a cousin who was accused of raping a family member, and there was no evidence against him whatsoever, but they still kept him locked up. He's been locked up for the last few years, and he's just now getting out next year. And this is ridiculous. Most of the time, these guys aren't really doing anything, or even if they are sexually active with whoever it is, it's consensual until it's not anymore. And then, as soon as it's not, these idiots believe that it's rape. Oh well, I regret it now, so it's rape now. Antonio, look, I'm not gay or anything like that, but Antonio Brown seems like a relatively attractive guy to women. All right, he has the personality that it would seem that women like. He's not a bad-looking guy. He has a shitload of money. He's famous. I'm pretty sure his women flocking to fuck this guy quick. Excuse my language, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how much I believe this story, man. I don't know how much I believe it. And it has nothing to do with football. It's clearly because now we just live in this fucking world where all you got to do is be a woman and yell rape, and you're instantly, whoever you're saying it against is instantly guilty until they're able to free themselves of that label. Because once you get that label as a man, it's over. I mean, they really don't give women that label. I mean, all the teachers growing up, you know what? I'm gonna use a real life story. Okay, I was in a group home when I was like 11 years old. All right, I loved that group home because it was fun. I mean, it was a fun place, but there were so many attractive women. Most of them Spanish, and but there were so many attractive women that worked there. I mean, even the male counselors were all over these fucking women. All right, but I left there after like being there for like a year or maybe even 2 years, and one day I'm like, what, 20, 19, 20, something like that, and I see on the news they showed the building that I used to live in, and I recognized the name of the lady that apparently she was having sexual relationships with the boys there. The boys, not the men, the boys. Guys that I was friends with. Boys. Most of them were Spanish. I guess she, your own race and all this shit. But boys. She was fucking boys there. And they never called her a rapist. They never called her a pervert. They said it was an investigation. I don't even know if she was ever convicted of anything. But to be honest, when I was there, I do remember some of the boys that were there talking about her in certain ways. And I never thought anything about it because I was a kid. I didn't think that shit was possible. Like, I was a kid. But, yeah, man. But she was never called a pervert, a rapist. all the female teachers that be fucking the students and then go to court and tell the court that they're in love and they're soulmates and all this other shit. But you don't call them rapists. You don't call them perverts. I mean, at the most, you'll probably say, "Oh man, there's something mentally wrong with her. Maybe she was touched by her dad or her uncle or some shit like that." Because it always leads back to the men. The men are the root of all these issues, man. Apparently, and I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying they're not, but it's funny how, labels only matter. Maybe, you know what? Labels are gender specific. There you go. Rapists, men. Victims, women. Because if a man comes out and say that he was raped, people look at him like he's fucking crazy. So, look, I'm done with this. I'm probably gonna look at some reports on this. I'm probably gonna look at some other people's opinions about this. But yeah, to me, this is bullshit. This is bullshit, and it's just the perfect timing, man.